Hi, welcome back to Ideas Box. And if this is your first time here, then thanks for dropping by. I'm Jimmy, and today's video is part 2 of a two-part series where I fix up an old sewing machine that I've had in my workshop for many years, but I haven't used it because it didn't work. In this video, I fix up the thread tension mechanism and the light. For the first part of the video where I fix up the treadle, check the link in the end screen. Anywho, let's get into it. In this video, I fix up this old sewing machine that I've had in the workshop for years, and it's never worked, but I've got it working now. And I pull apart the foot pedal and show you what's wrong inside the foot pedal, why it wasn't working. So that's what's happening in this video. This old, I think it's a Singer. A 222 search on the internet tells me it's a Singer, but it doesn't have Singer written on it anywhere, and the serial number doesn't help. That's loose. That's the tensioner, and that's the thing that takes up the slack when that goes up and down, the slack in the thread. I'll take this front cover off. See what holds. Get a torch. Alright, so, okay. Most sewing machines I've seen, this is actually round that way, so that as the arm goes up, it pulls up on that, and then when the arm comes down, that allows that to take the slack up on the thread. This one goes around the other way. Is that right? What does that pin there do? Oh, that's your little pin that just pushes that pin just pushes the tension off. See there? Pushes the tension off of there. So hopefully it's not going to be a mistake pulling this apart. Let's pull this apart and see what's inside it. See if it makes any sense. Whoop! So there's a nut, there's a spring. There's that dover. It's got two of them. They appear to be the same. And then you've got your pin that comes out of the middle. So has that spring been installed incorrectly? No, I don't think so. Have a look in there. I don't think so. I really don't think that's been installed incorrectly. I think that's just the way it goes. So I'll need to have a think about this. So if that goes, how can that, do you know what I'm thinking? How can that be taking up the slack on that arm going up and down? Well, I'll put this all back together while I remember how it goes. Put that pin back in there. Hold that with my finger. Shit, what was next? Then that one? No. Like that. Yes, that's correct. Then that one. Then that. Is that right? No, it was round that way. Then that. And then that little spring obviously has to go into that slot there. And then you screw this nut on the end there. And that's what does your tension. So, pretty sure, I won't do that up real tight. So if that goes, okay, let me think about those witness marks again. So those witness marks on there. So that would imply that that goes in about the screw, the little screw that we looked at before is in line with there. So if I put them in, lined up with that, then you could only just, oh, how far in does it go? A fair bit of movement there. We'll try it off there. start off there. I'll just tighten that screw. Just tighten that screw. So when that arm when this arm at the back goes up, so when the arm at the back goes up to lift the foot, it pushes on that pin and takes the tension off of there. Because when you put that down, that's got tension on it. So, well that I think that's in the right way. Let's have another look. Let's have another look at. Well, let's see if we can thread it and see if that makes any sense. So the thread would come over. The thread must go through there, I think. And then what? And then down like that. But that doesn't... What about if... Okay, sorry I'm not saying much, but I'm thinking. So that doesn't do anything though. Well, hang on, what about if it goes... Is that enough? Well, let's try it. Thread that through there. And then it goes down through that little spring there that holds that. I know that much. I've threaded enough sewing machines. And then there's this little bit down here. I need the needle up first. No, that's just tangled. Or do I need it? Oh, hang on. What did I do then? Oh, that's it, all the way up. So, right, so it goes through that little hooky thing there. Let's find out all the names for these bits. Now I need to... I don't know about anybody else, but I really struggle with threading sewing machine needles. Oh, there we go. I got it. Right, so let's see if that theory about it taking up the slack holds true. What do? Do I just run it? What will happen to the thread? Oh no, what have I done? Hang on. I've made a tangle, haven't I? Oh, I certainly have. Have a look at this. Alright, I'll try and get all that shit out of there. Alright, so I'll put a bobbin in it. I do have it. Oops. What's that caught on? Oh! Mouse just ran along the bottom of the workshop. Try and flick that over. Oh, there we go. Right, I've got that out. I've got this bobbin. Put this bobbin in. Which way does that go? With the little arm at the top. Right. If I hold that under there like that, if you hold a little bit of tension on this, you can run the sewing machine without any material in it. Well, there you go. That seems to be working. So, Right, let's get a piece of material and have a bit of a stitcherino. I'll just put this pedal on the floor so I don't have to use my hand to push it. So I just need to move this way a little bit. There we go. Right, I think the top tension's not enough. As you see the black thread, you can pull it straight out. I think you can pull it straight out, and you shouldn't be able to. It should be held up by those white stitches. That's why I use black and white to test it. So I'll just wind I'll give the tensioner. I've got no idea, it's got no numbers on it, so I'll give it half a turn and we'll see if that helps. Oops, what's it doing? There you go. And make sure the arm's all the way to the top when you try to pull the thread out, or it seems to grab a hold of it. Get that back under there. Yeah, that's a bit better. I still think the white needs a bit more. I'm not sure. I'm not his expert. We'll try sewing 4 pieces and see how it goes. Oh, that looks better. I think that looks better. Right, let's sew a little bit and see if we think we've got it. Well, let's see if the reverse works. Hang on. I'll show you where the reverse is. It's over there, that lever there. Let's see if the reverse works. Wow, that works a treat. Still think, does the white need more? It's hard to say exactly. Does the white need more tension? The top thread need more tension? Not sure. Anyhow, I think I fixed it. Let's put this cover back on. Other way up. Right, okay then. So we just need a light bulb for it. Got one of the old style bayonet light bulb connectors. So I'll see if I can find a light bulb for that. Yep, I've got one. So, oh brilliant, literally. Okay. Switch mechanism is simply like a flip-flop mechanism. So when it's like that, it's off, and when it's like that, it's on, and the power goes from there through yes, the power goes from that, and that one bolts to a little, screws to a little plate down the bottom, and then just goes through to there. So it's as simple as that. It's a little flip-flop mechanism, and after flicking it back and forth a few times, it sorted itself out. But I just got some wet and dry down in there and just cleaned those two contacts anyway. Let's do a little bit of Stitcherino and we'll declare this thing fixed. Well, that was an easier fix than I was expecting. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but yeah, put the light on. There we go. Do some plating, shall we? Whoops, that's pulled it. Oops. Turn it around. Oops, there's that. What's it done there? Oh no, that's right. Beautiful. I think... oh, that's just a thread that's come out of the... actually, I'm not sure where that's from, but it's not part of that sewing process. So I think I'll just... I don't know about you. I'm happy with that. That wasn't that hard to do. It's only taken me an hour or so of mucking about. I'll chuck this in the bin, obviously. This is no good to anybody now. I always have a test piece in sewing machines in case you want to just change the settings, but actually let's muck around with the needle length. The stitch length, I mean. So that's on 4. Can you change it on the fly? You can. Alright, so let's have a look at the different needle, different stitch lengths. You'll be able to see it easier on the black. Oh yeah. There's 4, 3, 2, down to 1. And then back out to 4. I reckon 2 is probably the 2.5 I'll set it on, and we'll see what 2.5 looks like. Yeah, I think 2.5 is pretty good. 18 kilos. What's that like? 36, 40 pound? Oh well, they made to last though, weren't they? Right, let's have a bit of a tour of this machine. It's so old, it doesn't have zigzag. It's got a bobbin winder. It's got... I'll give it a drop of oil in a minute. So it's got stitch length, reverse. That just raises and lowers the foot. It's got your tensioner, which doesn't have any numbers on it. That's just your foot tension, that's pretty normal. But yeah, it's a bit of a no-frills machine. Seems to work alright though. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with that. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click like and subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell too. Well, I reckon that's it for today, so bye for now.